My name is Jesse Ejapon, and you're welcome to another amazing edition of Get Started. A couple of weeks ago, we started a conversation around getting young people started on their journey on entrepreneurship. Agribusiness is a very key area for many people out there. So we decided to focus the first 2 months of our conversations on agribusiness. The journey is going to be quite hectic. It's a day one for those who join us on this journey. I'm really excited about it, and I'm thankful that you joined me on this journey. Come on, let's go on. Hi, come with me. So you're welcome to the Goona Farm. Over the past couple of weeks, we've been working around the clock to get many young business-minded individuals who want to get into agribusiness to come on this bus tour. The reason for having people come on the bus tour was to ensure that we can have the right practical conversation on the challenges associated with agribusiness and the opportunities that also exist in agribusiness. Yeah. So this is Emmanuel.
Hi.
He probably might charge about 120 Ghana cedis.
if I mean just 1 acre of flowers, that is the 120 cedis per acre.
So for me, I like the numbers. I like the numbers. So meet him.
Yes.
So he will do all the trick for us, and he would inspire us and teach us a lot. And I learned a lot. So you and I can start.
We'll do a bit of demonstration as well. Started germinating. So this is the farmhouse. We're importing onions from Netherlands and France, carrots from Belgium, and that is actually what moved me into agric. And potatoes from Italy and Spain. So this whole block is for vegetables. So we want to do vegetables right together. Almost 300 acres. You're expecting not less than 6,000 plus bags. I mean, it's quite a number of bags that you will get. In farming, there are I've categorized into 3 stages. The short term, medium term, and long term. Short term crops are crops that is within 6 months. So vegetable cereals are all short term. Medium term is crops, crops that will do from 1 year going. So you have pineapple, pawpaw, cassava, banana, plantain, and co. Those are medium-term crops because after 1 year or within 1 year, you are. And then the long-term crops. The long-term crops are then cashew, cocoa, rubber, coffee, coconut, palm, what else? And some of the fruit crop, mango. Coconut like this from year 2 start bearing flowers. Year 3 you start bearing fruit. Commercially, you harvest commercially from year 5. That's where you get most of the fruit. Between 5 to 20 years is when you have most of your understanding. Some coconut species will last for well over 40 years. So when you are negotiating land, you need to know first what you want to do. Proximity. Now we are competing with them. I mean, we are close to Accra, so we're competing with the real estate. And we have 2 universities around. Paris University and then Winneba. Sorry, Winneba for Education, Winneba. So just here, so competition for same land for real estate and those things. First go into the 2 buckets. So this is a 4-row planter. Yes, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, in advanced countries now we have some which is up to about 16 rows. Wow. Yes. This can plant about 50 acres in a day. This one does the line. The first one, the very first one in front, does the line. Or normally we would have said we would do the hole. In manual, you do use the stick to do the hole. So cast the line. This one drops the fertilizer. This one drops the seed. There's a one that drops the fertilizer right next to it.
At the same time?
At the same time. When you get to the field, you'll see.
Planting and fertilizing at the same time.
Exactly. So it does 2 at a time instead of waiting for it to come up before you now go and do the manual. Those are the first stages that you do this fertilizer application. So the fertilizer drops before the seed comes and this covers it. As you are fertilizing the seed, you're also fertilizing the weed.
So if I have 50 acres and I came for that.
A planter, the mechanical planter.
How much might it cost me in a day?
In a day, for tractor, we do the mechanical planting. We do the planting as a service, so we don't give you the machines.
Okay.
Reason is that you might break it down in line.
Fair.
Yes, so we come and do the planting for you. It costs 200 cedis to plant per acre.
Per acre?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
The local market, the local guys who do the planting for you will charge you about 80 cedis.
80 cedis
to do the planting per acre.
Okay.
But you won't get the same plant population like with a planter.
Okay. Will they also fertilize?
They won't fertilize.
They won't fertilize?
Yes, those who do manually will do about 80 cedis per acre. That was last year. So this is a maize dryer. So once maize is harvested, you bring it in here. It's electric. So you put on, and this is the heat. So it blows in air and it turns it dry.
It won't popcorn it?
No, it won't popcorn it. It will dry it slowly. Now they've developed new ones that is solar based. So you use a solar dryer to do it. So all the maize that will be harvested, you shell it with this one. You know when the shelling is removing the grains from the cob. So from the brooder, you just chunk the brooder, everything in, and it will come out from this. It will come out this side, and then seal it. Then now we bag it to put it here to dry to the same moisture. No, you can just bring it straight to dry. This one can take about 16 tons. It's two compartments. So the maize come out from this side. So you release this shutter and then you bag it.
Over the past couple of weeks, we've walked to many small businesses and asked them the basic question of how they got started. And I want to have the same conversation with him. He did mention earlier on that there are big businesses in Ghana that import maize. So let's use maize as a baseline for our conversation. I just finished University of Ghana. I am 19 years old and I want to get into farming. I'm as basic as it gets. What do I need to get started? I want to get into maize farm.
Right.
What does it mean for me?
For maize,
Basic.
Maize is one of the simplest of the crops. So for maize, let's say you're doing 1 acre.
1 acre.
You build on 1 acre.
Okay.
Now on 1 acre, you rent your land, you lease the land at about 150 cedis. 100 cedis to 150 cedis.
Okay, so I can lease the land. I don't have to buy the land.
No, you don't have to buy the land.
So the whole year when I lease the land is 150 cedis.
150 cedis.
Awesome. Pack that.
Yes. Now the 150 cedis, you can do 2 croppings in a year.
Okay.
What is if you are anywhere within the middle sector to the southern sector.
Okay.
From northern region, you do only 1 season. So you do 2 seasons in a year.
Okay.
The minor and the major season.
Okay.
So you have your 1 acre at 150 cedis.
Yes.
Then you do your land preparation.
Land preparation.
Yes.
Okay.
And that one, tractor will do it for you.
Yes, of course.
At 120 cedis per acre.
Per acre. Okay.
For plowing.
For
so
plowing.
you do a plow, first plow, second plow,
Okay.
and then a harrow.
Okay.
Now you do first.
The first plow does what for the farm?
Now when you have weeds big enough.
Or stumps.
Yes, stumps. You need a first plow to take care of the to till the land. I mean to clear the bush and till the land. The second bit is also to make the soil more loose.
More loose. Okay.
When you do the first plow, the wheat now becomes more of a mulch. It starts rotting.
Okay.
So you leave it for a while, it starts rotting. So it serves also as a fertilizer, kind of. And then you do your harrowing.
Okay. What's the harrowing?
Harrowing is when you use the same tractor and another implement, so that the harrow, to level the land.
To level the land.
Yes,
Okay.
it breaks the soil more loose.
Each one will cost me how much?
120 cedis for plowing.
Okay.
And then 100 cedis for harrowing.
So 120 for plowing 1, 120 for plowing 2,
yes.
and then 100 cedis for harrowing.
So that comes to your land preparation about 340.
340 Ghana cedis.
Yes.
And I lease the land for 150 cedis for a year.
Yes.
So 340 plus 150 cedis. Somebody do the math for me. Help me. 490. Okay, good. So with 490, the land is ready.
The land is now ready.
Okay.
Now you need your seeds prepared. You need your seeds to plant.
Okay.
Now seeds, we have the local seeds that you can get a seed for 250 cedis. A seed will plant 1 acre.
That's a bag.
A bag.
Okay.
You plant 1 acre. So, and you can get seeds in some of them. So we have the Obatampa, we have the Lake, we have the Panier, and other varieties. Now, then we have the yellow corn as well.
Okay.
So this one we're basing on the white.
Okay.
So you have your seeds.
So that's 200 and...
Let's say 250 cedis.
Okay, I've already spent 450 Ghana cedis.
Yes.
And I buy the seedling for 280 Ghana cedis.
Yes.
Okay.
So now you have How much?
I'll do the math later. 450, 280 packed. Yes.
We do the math later. Now you have your planting.
Okay.
If you are using a planter, that is, if you're not doing anything above 50 acres, you don't need to use a planter because it's kind of expensive. So for 1 acre, you don't need a planter. You get a manual labor to plant it for you between 60 to 80 cedis per acre. Then you do your fertilizer application.
Okay.
Now a bag of fertilizer is around 120 Ghana cedis per bag.
So that's 450 for the land, 280 for the 490 for the land, 280 for the
250 for the seeds.
For the seedlings.
Yes.
And then I have 60 to 80 cedis for the labor, on the farms. Okay.
Yes. And then you do so your planting is now done.
Yes.
Now you wait till you do your fertilizer application.
How much is the fertilizer?
Fertilizer, it's not the subsidized one. On an open market, it's around 120 to 135.
120 to 130.
Ghana cedis.
Okay.
Yes. And you need, for an acre, properly, you need about 3 bags.
Okay, so that's 360.
Yes.
Let's say, yes.
So you need 3 bags to do all the phases.
Okay.
Now once you have this one, then you are done. Then you need your pesticide for the armyworm.
Okay.
Pesticide will cost you, and now we have different varieties, but it will cost you approximately, averagely adding all those labor, around 220 Ghana.
To spray the farm. So that's the pesticide, plus the
labor,
those who come and spray it and everything else.
The knapsack.
Okay.
That will cost you that.
Okay.
That one, once that one is done, you are done.
That's it. Cocoa board, for instance, I don't think a cocoa farmer needs to worry about who would buy the cocoa. Exactly. So there's the cocoa marketing board.
Yes.
Has been set up to deal with that. But if we think that maize is that important, if we think that everything is, why do we? Who needs to lead that charge?
Because that is policy. That is pure policy.
Who should create a enabling environment?
Government. The Ministry of Agri.
Okay.
You see, the thing is,
like maize marketing board.
We have grains. We have a grains.
We should have a grains marketing board.
We actually have a grains council.
But who should come to our farm and buy it?
So the grains council should be. I mean, to date we are buying. It's not that we are even buying it in 50 kilos and everything. They keep a whole sack. And now we don't have measurement for standard for buying even cassava. Yeah. We don't have standard for buying cassava or yam.
So it's just about 5 and what?
3 tubers and I'll give you 2 cedis or 5 cedis.
That's it.
No, that thing should stop. Standard is 1 kilo. I measure 1 kilo. It's 1 tuber that is giving me 1 kilo. You pay me 1 kilo at 6 cedis, I'm fine.
Okay.
So those standards needs to be there, and it takes you and I to enforce, get government to. If we say that when we're going to say they will do it, they will never. It will not
be done. So if I pick 1,500 cedis now and I gave it to her, for instance, she probably has an acre. Her job is to ensure that she's dedicated. There's an extra cost where she herself coming to the farm to visit the farm and being serious about it. But at least worst case scenario, she can use that as a module to build lessons and then scale up at some point in time.
Yeah.
Good. Our reason for coming here we've just scraped the surface, and the real experience is out there in the farms, and we'll be hitting it quite shortly. Stay tuned and don't go nowhere. As you can see, it's been a very insightful journey. It was a very, very tiring one, but one which is worth every conversation, every walk, every stress out there. We learned a lot, and I think it's been mind-blowing. We came here with many questions. Many of the questions have been answered. The rest is our determination to get started on this journey. And many of the people who join us on this trip are quite excited about the opportunities out there. Whatever your plan is, whatever your hope is, whatever your desires may be, there's no better time to do it. I'm taking a lot of inspirations from the Nike campaign, which is saying that whatever the odds may be, just do it. My interpretation of that is whatever the odds may be, whatever your plans may be, just get started. My name is Jesse Japan, and it's been great.